So a while ago on one of my videos, one of you asked, is my girlfriend a minimalist too? And my answer was, she is in her own little way, but she's also not in her own little way. And what I want to do is I wanted to sit here for this video with my beautiful girlfriend, Alexius, and we're going to share 5 ways that we practice minimalism together in our relationship.
Yeah.
But before I do, I have to take a quick second to share how we met. And she hates when I tell this story.
I do.
But we actually met through my poetry and through a YouTube video. And I was actually vlogging at the time and sharing my poetry project. And we had some mutual friends. So she ended up seeing the video through her mutual friends. And she reached out to me. She wanted to purchase my poetry book.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, we lived pretty close to each other, and we had no idea. So we met up, we exchanged for the book, and we became friends, and it kind of just
happened from there.
It just grew from there. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting how we met. Started through a YouTube video and a poetry book. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we do in our relationship and how we practice minimalism is we always keep each other accountable and honest in terms of our clutter and also in terms of our goals. So when it comes to our clutter, we try to keep each other as honest as possible with the things that we know each of us are holding on to that we're not necessarily using. So if she notices anything in my closet, in my clothes, or my space that items that have just been sitting there and unused, or things I'm just trying to hold on to because I am human, and she'll keep me honest in that regard, and I try to keep her honest as well. And we'll sit down, we'll kind of say, hey, babe, maybe we should reconsider some of these items that we have. Are we really using them? Could we declutter them? Could we replace them with something of higher quality or something that we're actually going to use? And we'll try to go through that and keep each other as honest as possible.
Yeah. So the second thing that we do is we help each other maintain good spending habits.
We do.
Not too long ago, we took the Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University class, and that helped a lot.
It definitely helped a lot. It opened our eyes to a lot of how money works and how we actually spend our money and where it's going. And it kind of goes back to keeping each other accountable, right? We keep each other accountable in terms of our spending and in terms of our goals. So we have set goals as individuals and we have set goals as a couple.
Yeah.
And one of those goals is to get out of debt as quick as possible. We don't have much debt, thankfully, but we do have a little bit, and we're actually ahead of where we thought we would be in terms of getting out of that debt. So, but the class definitely helped a lot. It looks at how we spend things, how we save our money and different things like that. And I'll talk about that a little bit on this channel in terms of things that we don't purchase anymore as minimalists and some of the things of how I save money. So I'll leave a link to those videos in the card and also in the description box below if you're curious about exactly what we're not spending money on. But that class has definitely helped us.
It has.
A lot in that part of our life.
Yeah.
Number 3 is we've developed cleaning routines that help us keep our space organized and clutter-free. Right? So one of the habits or routines that we're working to put into place is after we cook, and we do a lot of cooking together, we try to wash the dishes after we're done using them in that moment. We try not to let the sink pile up with dishes and create a clutter-filled space in the kitchen. So we try to clean as we go. And then some of the other routines that we put into place is every Sunday is our cleaning day. So if I'm not traveling for my actual job, and if she's not busy with schoolwork or anything that she's working on, then we try to use Sunday as our cleaning day to really make sure our space stays organized and clutter-free.
So the fourth thing that we do is we declutter as we live. Usually as I'm going through my daily routine, if I find something that we're no longer using, I'll put it aside so later that week we can either donate it or sell it. And
it kind of goes for items that are worn out too, clothing items especially, because I work out, and if she finds anything when we're doing laundry that's worn out or sweat stains or stretched out, just been used too many times, we usually throw some of those items away. Not really going to try to donate something that's in that bad of condition, but we try to declutter, like you said, as we live. So day to day, week to week, as we're going through things, we kind of set them aside and donate them or sell them and kind of go through it that way. And it also keeps us accountable, right? Keeps us honest. So we always work to not hold on to things that we're not going to use. And if we do bring new things into our space or into our lives, we make sure it's with a purpose and make sure we're actually going to use it, and not just because we have the extra funds to purchase it or anything like that. Right. So before I share the 5th way that we practice minimalism in our relationship, If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel. I talk about minimalism and intentional living, but also share my poetry and creativity here as well. So if you enjoy either of those things, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Now, the fifth thing that we do in our relationship is something that doesn't necessarily have a direct connection to minimalism, but minimalism has supported us in making this decision, and that is our eating habits and our eating lifestyle, you can say. And we've made some adjustments in this part of our life, and we're starting to eat more whole grain and plant-based. Yeah. And it's a process, right? Would you say it's definitely a process, but we're working more towards that side of things and eating less meat and less processed food. And so far, we're definitely noticing the benefit from it. We are. But it is, like I said, it is a process, and we'll definitely share more with you, and I'll share my experience and our experience with you in future videos and kind of give some of the things that I'm noticing in regards to it. But if you have any questions for us, anything you want to know about anything else that we do in our relationship in terms of minimalism or how we're eating in our diet or our, I don't want to say diet, but our eating habits, make sure you leave a comment down below. And if I can, I'll get my beautiful girlfriend, Lexi, to hang out in the comment section with me for a little bit and answer some of the questions you have. So if it's a lady question or anything specific towards women, go ahead and ask it. I'm sure she'll hang out for a little bit and answer that question for you. Yeah. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give a thumbs up for me, right? Subscribe if you're new, like I said. And always remember,
stay true to you.
Stay true to you. Peace. See you in the next one.
Oh.
Peace.
I said peace too soon.